Hi everybody, welcome to Between Realms Tarot. Today's reading is going to be a pick a card reading, and the topic is how does your love interest or how do they see you? So before we start the reading, I'm going to tell you guys that I do private readings. So if you'd like to book a reading with me, or if you'd like to support me and my channel, you can find information in the description box below. Also, I do have a second channel that is dedicated for spiritual guidance and angelic guidance, so you can check my channel. You can find the link in the description box below also. To start today's reading, I have 3 piles for you. You're going to be choosing based on the pictures. So this is pile number 1's picture. This is pile number 2's picture. And this is pile number 3's picture. So to help you pick a pile, I'm going to be using my, let's call it 830 hertz singing bowl that is dedicated to cleanse the third eye. When I ring the bell, it's going to cleanse your mental fog, and it's going to help you open your intuitive perception and choose from your intuition rather than your thoughts. So I'm going to use the singing bowl, and feel free to breathe in and breathe out slowly. Close your eyes and just listen to the sound and try to clear your mental fog and clear your thoughts and pick a pile. So breathe in. Hi, pile number 1. I'm going to start your reading, and we're going to be answering the question of how does your love interest see you? To remind you that this is a genderless or non-gender specific reading, and also it's a timeless reading, so you can listen to this whenever you find it. It's meant for you. So I'm going to be reading using the Lenormand deck, the romantic Lenormand deck, and we're also going to be using the animal spirit deck, and we're going to be using the regular Rider Tarot.
She was a fairy.
Pile number 1. If there is anything that, or any way that I can describe how does your love interest see you, it would be definitely somebody who went through a lot. So you might resonate with this pile if you have went through a lot of difficult circumstances and things you couldn't control in your life. With the cross here, it talks about heavy karma. It talks about fated events that one may not have control over. It also talks about responsibilities and obligations. So this person might really recognize the fact that you have a lot of duties to attend to, or you had, because somehow the energy seemed like it was more intense in the past than now. It seems as if in the past you have struggled more, It seems as if this person sees that you are determined to overcome these difficulties or these challenges here. I can't help it but recognize the cup here. So I feel like these challenges, let's say, have been contributing to, let me say, filling you with a lot of street knowledge, let's say like that, a lot of expertise that you've gained through working through this stuff. And I feel like you might be a believer, you might be a religious person, or you might be, connected to maybe a religious god of some kind. So you guys have somehow been working through a lot of painful stuff, and it nourished some, let me say, spiritual or religious or religious faith inside of you. The cross definitely is a well-known symbol in Christianity, and also other. I'm not gonna talk about the symbolism of the cross because it symbolizes different stuff for everybody depending on their background, but you guys might have, cultivated a lot of faith and a lot of street knowledge and expertise also when it comes to life, because you have went through a lot. And this person definitely sees that. This person also sees you. They recognize or they sense that you are starting something new. So as I said, this energy of suffering and unprecedented and uncalled for karma, let me say it like that, have been weighing you down since for the past, let me say. Like it feels like you might have incurred more damage in the past than now, and this person definitely recognizes that and sees that. But now they see that you have somehow more zest to you. They might see you as having your mojo back. I hate that word, but yeah, they see you as maybe right now you're more ready. Maybe some of those responsibilities left, and you are no longer bound. Let me say, you may not be bound by the same very heavy responsibilities as in the past. And so they see that you might have become a more of an optimistic driven person to. It's not like you weren't like that in the past, but it's like right now you might have more freedom to finally start a new chapter in your life and end every pain or the painful situations that brought you down in the past. This person also sees that you might have gone through some painful endings. Not only that you have been through some painful karma, but you have been through some painful endings, and some things that you couldn't control. You guys also, I feel like you might not be together, so take it however it resonates, but the painful endings that you had in your life, maybe ending this relationship, might have been one of them. So if you guys had a breakup of some kind, they recognize that breakup really played heavy on your heart, and that breakup was painful to you. They saw that, and you might have been the one that broke up with them. I'm not sure, but this is a general reading, so it will work different. It will be different for everybody. And so if you guys had a breakup in this connection together, so they see that somehow maybe it was unexpected, it kind of like came out of nowhere for them, and they saw as if they think that you guys might number one might want to start something new and might not want anything to do with them anymore. You might be working on new projects, you might be focusing on yourself, so you somehow, it feels as if you're finally, let me say, finally healing, finally you're opening up to the idea of putting this in the past and moving on. If you guys have ended things, or I feel like there was some kind of an abrupt breakup of some kind, or something that, as I said before, a breakup or an ending that happened between you guys, that happened just out of nowhere from their own perspective. They feel as if you swept the rug out under them. Is that the right the right, I don't know, like, it feels as if they see you also more ready to heal, but there is this, I feel like here with the Six of Swords, the Six of Pentacles in the center of the whole reading, it's as if it's saying that this person might see the need to kind of like give and take in an equal way. So if we look at this part, at this side of the reading, we might notice that somebody is not doing much. One of you guys is not doing much for the sake of the connection. So I feel like if this was the reason why you guys broke up, it might be because one of you didn't put the necessary action. I feel like this, with this Four of Swords card, where this person with the sword is under them, it's as if they were sleeping on the sword, so they didn't take the right action, even though, yeah, it's as if this person was keeping things to themselves also with the Seven of Swords. So yeah, with the Six of Pentacles in the center of this reading, there was maybe, or there is, a huge issue of an equal give and take. There is a lack of balance. It's as if one of you, as I said, wasn't doing much in the connection, or wasn't giving back, or wasn't doing the necessary work. So, and the other one was doing too much. The Seven of Pentacles here. Why doing too much? Because they are also here with the Seven of Pentacles. This person is contemplating the results of their efforts, so they don't see that they're getting to the goal, or they're not getting back, they're not getting back, they're not getting back what they're given. So I feel like one person, and they're literally hurt by it, they feel lost, they feel as if they've been used somehow, and somehow one of you guys, I can't tell you, I'm gonna say this. So if you were the one who broke up with them, and for them it happened abruptly, but it wasn't actually an abrupt thing and something that came in out of nowhere. It came from the fact that if you were the one who broke up with these people, or with your person, it's because you were giving a lot to the connection and you weren't getting back anything, and this broke your heart. They see you as heartbroken, and so they somehow recognize that. They recognize the fact that you guys have put a lot, and that you weren't getting at least a balanced give and take, or you weren't getting what you deserve. And so this person recognizes the fact that one of you was acting, or at least if it was them, they recognize the fact that they didn't give to this connection, and they didn't, they were just taken and they weren't given enough. And so yeah, if you want like my honest the honest channeling of this reading, it's literally as if this person sees that you suffered with them and that you were trying so much to get a balanced connection with them of some kind, but they didn't give you much to work with, and they didn't give you back, they didn't give you what you deserve. And so what happened is that you kind of like ended things, and at first it seemed to them as if it was abrupt and came out of nowhere, but right now they recognize, yeah, that's why I felt at the beginning of the reading that the energy was in the past, like the suffering was in the past. And so right now they feel as if they're finally no, not that, I'm sorry. So right now they see that the breakup or the ending wasn't actually abrupt, and it was because you guys suffered and tried again and again and gave them many chances maybe to, you know, have a balanced connection, but they didn't do much. They were just laid back and they kept to themselves. They might have sought a lot of their own interest. Yeah. And they actually know that you suffered. They actually saw all of your suffering. They actually witnessed it, and they know that you felt bad, and they recognize that you really, you know, was hurting. You were hurting, not was. Oh my God. They saw and they know that you are hurting, and you were actually hurting. Yeah. So even though they see you suffering, but they know also that you have, as I said in the beginning, gained a lot out of this suffering. But also they see that you finally somehow rejuvenating right now, even though you're somehow still in pain. But it feels to them as if you're ready, with the rider and the hummingbird, to rejuvenate, and you're ready to start new. You're ready to start new in your life. Yeah. And rejuvenate and heal. And somehow they see that you have resources. They have some kind of resources that make you, you know, capable of healing, because the hummingbird here, you know, uses the nectar. They according to, so the hummingbird here uses the nectar, and um, and the nectar is a healing potion, let's say, or a healing drink. That's weird. But they also use creativity, they also use their enthusiasm, they use arts, they use sports, they use food. They just generally radiate. Like, I see this hummingbird, yeah, they can feel this. And yeah, like at the beginning of the reading, I was drawn to these two flowers, and even though this person sees you hurting, they also recognize your power and recognize your ability to bounce back, and they know that you're gonna bounce back. They know that you're gonna do better even without them. They know that you're gonna get over this breakup. Yeah. So I'm actually gonna draw cards, tarot, to see what are their next actions going to be towards you, because with this it's with this perspective about you, I mean, they recognize the fact that the connection might not have been balanced, and they might not have been put in enough into this connection, or you take it however resonates, but I feel as if it's you who ended things, and it might have been because you weren't getting what you deserve. But I'm gonna pull some tarot cards to see if what are their next actions going to be towards you, or at least what are they intending to do about this separation that you guys are going through. So what are the next actions of pile number one's love interest or person going to be towards them? 3 cards, okay. I'm hearing 3 cards. 2 of Swords. Okay, those two want to be... that's so... Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if you can see the cards here, but we have the Two of Swords. I feel like I want to, put them in the frame. But you have the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Fool. So this person, it feels as if this person wants, this person right now can't decide. And I don't see that this person, I feel like they recognize their mistake, but the lesson is not heavily learned. I feel like the lesson is not learned. It's like they recognize their mistake, that they recognize why you left, but I feel like the lesson is not learned. So with the Two of Swords here, I don't see that they're going to do any action soon. But the quality of the Two of Cups here does talk about an equal give and take. Like, it does talk about a relationship where two people are both invested somehow in the same way in this connection. And with the Fool here, definitely this is somebody who wants, and it's looking back at the connection. So I feel like if you guys weren't in a commitment, like an official commitment of a relationship, this person feels as if they can, it's like they have this idea in their mind of the fact that they dream, let me say, or they think of this scenario where they take a risk or a leap of faith and they just, come back or start over this relationship with you. If you had already a commitment, they think of restarting. Or I feel like if you guys weren't in a commitment and you were seeking for that and it didn't happen, so it's as if this person thinks of this idea and they somehow fantasize, or it feels as if they want it and they recognize that both of you guys can offer something towards each other, but they still not defensive, but it's like they still didn't decide on doing this. It's like it's on their mind. They recognize that this is a huge potential that can happen in this situation, but they still are not learning the lesson of the importance of the equal give and take in a connection. So as you see here in the Two of Cups, I don't know if you guys noticed this before, but in the Two of Cups there is the guy here. They do extend their cup. Also the woman in here, or the female figure, extends her cup too. But the male figure, they extend their hand towards the female figure's cup. And so that's annoying. That is annoying to me, but it feels as if even though this person recognizes why did you guys end this connection, they didn't actually learn the lesson of the importance of the equal give and take, and they still want to take more, even though they're going to give you their cup, but they still want to have what you gave them. And I'm not saying this in a malicious way or anything, but this is what I see. It's not like it's malicious, but they didn't learn the lesson. So yeah, I feel like the next probable actions, this person has this idea of, starting this relationship with you or restarting it, but they somehow still didn't decide or make the conscious and the cutting action, let me say. They didn't, choose with the Two of Swords. They didn't make the decision to start this connection yet, even though they recognize that it's it has a very good potential. The situation between you guys has a very good potential to, be this equal give and take Two of Cups, but they still didn't learn the lesson. Okay, so pile number 1, this is all I have for you guys. I hope this helped you. If you want to book a reading with me, a private reading, or if you want to donate or help me or support me and the channel, you can check information in the description box below. And this is all, so see you next time. Hi, pile number 2. So this is going to be a reading of how does your love interest or how does your person see you. And so to start, I'm going to pick some oracle cards. So we're going to start with the romantic Lenormand deck. So how does pile number 2's person see them? How does pile number 2's person see them? The moon or moon in the Lenormand deck, and the stars or stars. Interesting. So we have moon and stars. Okay, that reminds me of that saying of I don't remember it. But we have moon and stars. That is interesting. Those are both like blue cards, so and there is like a heavy star energy in here, so it definitely shows me that this person might feel as if you guys are destined, so there is destiny involved in your meeting. Also, this person, yeah, they feel the depth of some kind, they feel some kind of depth that you guys have, and they seem to be heavily thinking. I feel like there's heavy thinking energy in here. They fantasize about you, or they, you come across their mind a lot. So I'm gonna use the animal spirit deck also to see what kind of animal spirit represents how does your person, pile number 2, see you. How does pile number 2's person see them? Okay, that fell. We're going to take it. We have the butterfly or butterfly. What else? How does pile number 2's person sees them? We have horse. I need another one. How does pile number 2 person sees them? And we have hawk. And this kind of like emphasizes the first message of the fact that they see an element of destiny. They feel like they might see you as you came into their lives, like you coming into their lives was destined, or they see you as a destined person to them. So I'm going to draw cards, tarot cards. So how does pile number 2's person see them? How does pile number 2's person see them? Pile number 2. Okay, that popped up. We're going to be using it. I don't do reversals just yet. Not in this reading. So I have the intention of not reading reversals today. Okay, so how does pile number 2 person sees them? How does pile number 2 person sees them? Okay, the Hanged Man. Interesting. There's a lot of synchronicity in this, because the Hanged Man talks about this energy of fantasizing and thinking, but it also brings elements of things being fated, things being destined, and some things that we cannot control, because the Hanged Man, it's literally hanged. He can't do anything. So this person, recognizes that they see you as destined and you came to their life for a reason. Okay, so how does pile number 2 person see them? I'm struggling with English. Sorry guys, English is not my native language, and that's why I kind of struggle with it, but I'm trying my best. So how does pile number 2's person see them? Yeah, still a lot of thinking. A lot of thinking is in this. Analyzing the lovers. What else? The Strength card. and the Five of Wands. Okay. Yeah, this person, yeah, this emphasizes, like, the first message that I'm getting is that they can't fight you. It's like they see you as this force that have been, put in their life for a reason. They might be a believer or, a spiritual person, but they see you as this person who was put in their life for a reason, and that they can't fight destiny anymore. So pile number 2, what I got from meditating on your cards is the idea that somehow you reflect something to this person. So meeting you from their own perspective was destined. It was something that changed the course of their own life, but it's because you mirrored their change through you. You mirrored their own change through them observing your own change. So they see you as, right now, they see you as excuse me. They see you as this person who is somehow changing. Let me say that. It's you're going through some change, or you've gone through some change, and somehow it mirrors some kind of a change that is happening in their own life. So yeah, and so they see somehow that you're going through this transformation with the butterfly and the moon. This transformation is, I feel like you're active. You're not just I feel like, even though, are you a doctor, pile number 2? I feel like you're a doctor. I just heard a doctor. I feel like you're a doctor. Anyway, so if you're not, it's okay. You don't have to be one. Some of you might be, some of you might not be, and it's still your reading if you resonate with it. You don't have to be a doctor, okay? So I feel as if they see you as going through this transformation, and them actually noticing you or seeing you going through this transformation, but you're not going through it static. You're not static. You're actually actively engaging in your own transformation, and even though you might be going through a lot, and it's not putting you down. Not to say that a transformation should put you down or should not put you down. It depends on everybody's, everybody has their own circumstances and situation, and everybody go through this in different ways. But you guys, somehow, they see you as you being in this transformation, but actually being active and not being put down by it. They see you helping people. I don't know why. I feel as if you guys are helping people. Also, they see you as even though you're going through this transformation, you are still helping others. I don't see you guys being in a connection right now. Just like pile number 1, I'm not gonna spoil alert. I'm just gonna skip that. But yeah, pile number 2, I don't see you guys being in a relationship with this person. But if you are still, you might be, but the energy, is not showing, that you are in a relationship. But yeah, they see you also as this person who helps others, even though they're not doing all right. You guys can still chase your ambitions and still work towards the future that you want to have in your lives, even though your circumstances or life is throwing rocks at you to transform you or to change you or to build your skin. But you guys are still building and still chasing your dreams, and still ambitious, and still want to have your goals achieved. And so yeah, I still have this ringing in my ear that says, oh my god, this is somebody who helps others. So they see you as helping others. And so yeah, also I feel like you guys have a telepathic connection that is not recognized by any of you. I feel like yeah, I feel like you guys, both of you, have a telepathic connection. It's not, uncommon to have a telepathic connection. You can have it with your lover, you can have it with your siblings, you can have it with your neighbors, you can have it with a lot of people, depending on, your connection. But you guys have a telepathic connection with this person, but you might not recognize it, but it's okay. Also, I feel like they see you as a dreamer, but they see you also as an active worker. So you don't just, you know, you don't just dream, and you don't just fantasize, but you actually work towards your dreams. So they see you having this amazing ability to fantasize about your life and to dream about your life, and but you also have the ability to actually make the steps and do the hard work that comes with those dreams and actually make them coming true. So even though they see you going through an unstable phase, or they might see you as being unstable in ways that you might not, cling to one place of living, you might not have one career, you might have multiple careers or 2 or 3 paths that you are following right now. So they see you as this person who is easily adaptable, who is adaptable and flexible, and they can mold, mold. Is that a word? I'm sorry, guys. I'm not an English. I'm not a native speaker, so I'm sorry. I'm working on it. But they see you as flexible and adaptable, as a flexible and adaptable person, and they recognize your capacity of adapting to any circumstances and just flex yourself through it until you achieve your goal out of any situation. So even though they see, as I said in the beginning, even though they see you going through this transformation, but they still see you actively working towards your goals. So you're that flexible and you're that adaptable. You're also, as I said, you might change places of residence. I don't know. You might be a traveler of some kind, but yeah. Also, as I said, somehow with all of these qualities, that I said, and I feel the need to recapitulate, but it's more of they see you as a dreamer, but also a hard worker. And they see you as flexible and an adaptable person. They see you as an ambitious and freedom-loving person. But they also see you as this intuitive, sensitive, and psychic person. So, yeah, it's all because they recognize your capacity to dream. And so, this person, somehow, you mirror back to them your own qualities. So, somehow they find themselves dreaming of you, they find themselves thinking of you, they find themselves captivated by your essence somehow, like it's some kind of a fate that they can't control. And that's all because you mirror to them their own psychic abilities and their own dreaminess and their own, and their own freedom loving, as I see here. But yeah, this person also sees you as I feel as if even though you are ambitious, they see you as this ambitious person, but they also see you as this person who is able to just, sometimes not just, run towards your goals, but also somehow being able to step back when needed, and just lay back and let life be let things that can't be controlled by you, just let them be, because you can't control everything. So you are somehow in their eyes capable of recognizing the things that you can't control. So yeah, and you somehow, maybe they might see you as also, yeah, I feel like you help people a lot. Like, this is the 5th time that I'm hearing this. I feel like you're a healer, a doctor. You're already in the domain of healing. It's not like you're studying it, you're doing it actually right now. It feels like you're helping people right now actively. And so also they might see you as this person who loves their time alone and who has a lot to teach people, just from the things that they have learned through, taking that step back and just, having their time alone and trying to assimilate the lessons learned through your own transformation. But they also see you as a role model. They see you as this role model of some kind. So it's as if they see you as this person who doesn't need a relationship, that can be in a relationship but doesn't feel like they need a relationship. And so they see you as a self-mastered person, or at least almost achieving self-mastery. Also, with the 5 of Wands here, I feel like there are some things that they don't understand about you, and those things might need, a conversation of some kind, or they need a closer look. It's like this person needs a closer look into your life. So, as I said, you guys might not be in an official relationship, or you might be in one. I'm not sure. It doesn't feel like it in here. You take it as it resonates. But it feels as if they need a closer look to you. They need to see more of you. They need to know you more. They feel like they don't know you enough. So, yeah. Pile number 2. That's all I have for you. I hope this reading helped you. Also, if you'd like to book a private reading with me, or if you'd like to donate or support me or the channel, you can find information in the description box below. And that's it. So see you next time. Hi, pile number 3. This is gonna be your reading about how does your person see you, or how does your love interest see you. So to begin this reading, I'm going to be using the Romantic Lenormand deck. So I'm going to pull oracle cards, also of the animal spirit, to see what is the archetype that represents how does your person see you. So how does pile number 3's person see them? How does pile number 3 person sees them? So we have the ship and the bouquet. Ship and bouquet, okay? How does pile number 3's person see them? How does pile number 3's person see pile number 3? Okay, no, we have lizard. What else? How does pile number 3 person see them? Okay, so we have also moth, and we also have snake. I'm now going to be using tarot cards, the Rider-Waite. So what does, or how does pile number 3's person see pile number 3? The truth and nothing but the truth. See pile number 3. Okay, the truth and nothing but the truth. I feel as if this person is more of an action-oriented person, not like this is not somebody who would just dream. They might not. They might resist dreaming. They might want to do more of the practical work. So, yeah, let's see. How does pile number three's person see pile number 3? Okay. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups, the Judgment card, the Five of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Tower card. So it's as if from the first, the first impression that I'm getting from these cards is the fact that this person might not see you guys, compatible. This person is kind of like really practical and somehow is projecting on you this idea of, oh my god, pile number 3 is so dreamy, or pile number 3 is so illusionary. Not delusional, it's more of illusionary, but they recognize that being your power. They recognize that that is one of your, your talents, but also they see things, they think, or they have this perspective of you guys not being compatible. Pile number 3, what I got from meditating on your cards is, with the Ship and the Bouquet, I feel like you might not have been, yet, you might not yet explored, a deep relationship with this person, or you might have met this person on one date, maybe like 2, 3, not much more than that, and this person has some kind of they have this impression that things won't last between you guys, only because you have these extreme differences. So yeah, with the Ship and the Bouquet also, it's as if this person, they might, I feel like you also want something long term, so they see that and they do want that too, but they also see your ability to just live in the moment. So you're not somehow you are not rushing things, so they don't see you as rushing things into any sort of commitment. So they recognize both potentials of having something just in the moment, something lighthearted, and also they recognize the potential of things being taken to next level the more you get to know each other and the more you get to hang out. So they see both of those potentials in you. So as I said at the beginning, this person is very practical and they don't really rush into emotions just at the beginning. They don't get swayed by emotions, but they see you as so. I feel like this person might not have this healthy way of emotional expression, or they might not get easily attached, or they didn't get attached in their lives yet. Yeah, so this person would rather be practical about any situation in their lives. But the thing is that you somehow are someone that they don't see as practical at all. They see you as the lizard, the moth, and the snake also, which talks about somebody who is psychic, who is intuitive, who is somebody who's artistic, somebody who senses energies. They see you as this sensitive person, especially because you are this psychic. So they see you as this sensitive being. Also, yeah, and they have this judgment. I feel like they judge you. Also with the Judgment card here, this is a synchronicity because they judge you and they project on you. It's like you trigger something on them. The way you are triggers something in them. The way you are triggers their side of being insecure, of being this whimsical creature, because they see you as this whimsical creature, but they sense weakness in that. They don't like it. And being that they are this practical person, you were more playful, you were more, as I said, living in the moment, you were more artistic, you were more, you don't really maybe negotiate or talk about marriage or kids or a profession in your dates. You might just enjoy your dates. And so they think that this nature of yours, of being this artistic and, playful person and whimsical creature, this nature of yours is judged by them in a way that it would make you a distracted person, it would make you a delusional person. So I'm not saying that they see you as delusional, not yet, at least now, but that they really see you as somebody who gets distracted and somebody who isn't living their fullest potential yet because of how much they get distracted with the moth here. The moth also represents this impulsive and hasty and this hasty personality. So because of you being this light-hearted person, they think that you might be impulsive, hasty, you might not take anything seriously, you might not take them seriously, because as I said in the beginning also, with the ship and the bouquet, they recognize that something can happen between you guys, but they also recognize that something might not happen. Like they can't, achieve something long term with you because of your nature. So it's not like they dislike your nature, but they judge it. They judge it and they see you as you cannot be a sorry, pile number 3. I just got I don't know, like my camera just turned off, so we're going to continue just where we left. So, as I said, they think that a capacity of having, or the probability of having, or the possibility of having a long-term relationship with you, you might go through a lot of hiccups because they might see you as incapable of finishing projects. So I feel like this perception of them, it might not be true. So it's just a perception. It's their own opinion. It's how they see you. It's not literally necessarily how you are. But they might be this person who's highly achieved or who cares a lot about their career. As I said, they're very practical. They care a lot about how their life is viewed by others and about their achievements. And so they might see you as they might not see you as a compatible partner just because you are this creature, you are this type of person. And so also with the moth and the lizard together, it talks about with the snake. So they see that you have artistic skill, psychic skill, but you're not using it. You're not using your full potential at all. And you are, still, they might call you immature, I don't know. You might feel their judgment, or you might be, too much in your zone to see their own judgment, and that's cool. Guys, that's cool, pie number 3. So, yeah. With the snake also, as I said, they see you as not reaching your fullest potential, not knowing what you can do, not being able to use your own talents in your own 222 on my clock. So not being able to use your own talents to achieve your goals or to achieve anything, at least not yet. So they see you as immature and incomplete. And that's what I just heard. It's like incomplete maturation. So you might be younger or you might not be younger, who knows. But yeah, also with the moth and the lizard, it also talks about how somebody is, they get, too much playful and too into energies, and they are this psychic and sensitive person, so they get burned out quickly. They are sensitive and they need too much time, for themselves. So regardless, as I said, if this is you or not, this is how they see you. Also, as I said, they might see you as, you got distracted, you get distracted in life, so you are not able to achieve things quickly, or you are not able to finish projects. So you might, get disappointed a lot in life because you still didn't cultivate the skill yet of, because everybody is capable of that, but it takes, different type of effort and time for each one of us. So you didn't yet cultivate the skill to actually be this grounded person. So they see you as ungrounded, and you still didn't cultivate the skill to finish a project or to continue a cycle into its end. So you get a lot of disappointments in life because you're not able to use your own talents, artistic talents and self-expression, and you're not able to finish projects. Excuse me. And so, yeah, so they see a huge conflict in that, and they see you as completely opposite people. With the Four of Cups, it feels as if this is not what they want. Maybe, I'm sorry, pile number 3, if that makes you feel bad. But you got it all. I mean, you're this amazing person. You're gonna do amazing in life. Just, it's different for everybody. Some people were born into this life being just, able to, or having this set of skills necessary to just adapt and live on earth the way, everybody are supposed to succeed according to life's or according to society standards. I don't know, I'm having this weird feeling in my throat and my heart and my chest and also my stomach. So I feel as if I am tired, and I'm getting like constant hiccups. I heard from another tarot reader that hiccups are channeling, so I'm not sure, but it's as if I feel as if I have just sucked a lot of energy. So this might be you guys. Pile number 3, I feel like this might be you who feel overwhelmed by everybody and everything around you and distracted. I feel like you guys might not be of this plane. I don't know, look for star seeds. So yeah, I feel like you guys really struggle to make it in on earth, let's say, but you might not be that. I feel like I'm channeling their perspective, your person's perspective, but you might be actually somebody who's totally different, and that would be a superhuman being. So take it how it resonates. And as I said, yeah, because of this conflict, they feel the need to, just actually maybe not invest in this anymore, because it's definitely, in their own perspective, going to end on bad terms because you will never be compatible. This is their own perspective and opinion of you. This is how they see you. It doesn't mean that this is who you are, as I said, but they might change their perspective of you later, who knows. So I'm gonna pull 3 cards of what are their next actions going to be, even though it feels as if they're trying to detach from this situation, because it's bringing a lot of conflict of your opposite natures, because they're trying to avoid this Tower, even though I feel like they're heading towards an awakening, but we're gonna see. I feel like they're heading towards an awakening of life not being as practical as it should be in their own, opinion. So let me see. What are pile number 3's person's next actions going to be towards pile number 3. Okay, so we have, okay, the 5 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, and the 2 of Pentacles. So with the 5 of Pentacles here, I feel like you might have given this person an experience that I have never had before. Even though they see these oppositions, and as I said in the beginning, they still recognize this potential of having this long-term relationship and this type of happiness. So they still see that, but they kind of like struggle to accept that. So I feel like whatever awakening they're having or they're going to have, even though if you guys had a conflict of some kind, or you had, let's say, an argument, and they try to walk away, they might have just, faced an event that made their whole. I feel as if with the Tower here, if they went away, or if you had this, breakup situation, it's like they got the reality or their opinion or their perspective of life needing to be a certain way, this, heavily practical, not inclusion of any dreamy nature. So it's like this ego that is heavily attached to the idea of practicality. It's like, I feel like that ego is somehow dying, or it died, and somehow right now they miss you, and they miss this potential. And finally, as I said, they see this potential, they see the opportunity of having this connection between you guys, and somehow reconciling your conflicts and your oppositions and your different opinions and different ways of living life. This is a really hard thing to do. But with the 2 of Cups here, this shows that this person definitely wants, or at least recognizes, or, this potential for a happy, let's say, entanglement, or a happy relationship between you guys, and they somehow miss it, and they want to restore it. And that must be based on reconciling and seeing things from your own perspective, and reconciling your differences, so the way that their practical nature with your dreamy nature. So they are somehow in the future, there is this possibility of them seeing the possibility or the potential or of having this relationship with you, provided that they see things from your own perspective, and they try to reconcile your differences. So pile number 3, this is your reading. I hope it was helpful to you. If you want to book a reading with me, or if you want to donate or support me or the channel, you can check the information in the description box below. Also, there are fireworks out of nowhere. There are fireworks. So yeah, guys, I think that's your celebration. So that was your reading, and see you next time.